Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your latest forecast. And guess what? Yep, we're still looking at those rain and storms over Valentine's Day weekend, but there are some changes involved for Valentine's Day itself. I'll take a look at that here very shortly. And then next week, we can actually look forward to more spring-like weather. It's going to be absolutely fantastic this week. I'll have a look at that on our 7-day forecast. Let's get right into it. Take a look at your Arctic Air Skycam network as we hit midday here on your Thursday. And guess what? There's hardly a cloud in the sky in Lawrenceburg, Florence, and Huntsville. But you go over to Savannah, you see a little bit of that cloud cover starting to creep on in from the north. We'll continue to see that nudge its way down into our area, but for the most part, we're just dealing with mostly sunny, if not completely sunny skies today. So cannot complain whatsoever for today in February. It's going to be in the upper 50s, close to 60. So I'll take that rather than dealing with 20s or 30s like we dealt with earlier on in the months, and specifically over into the January timeframe as well. Live Viper radar brought to you by Fuller Services. Absolutely clean sweeps across the area. That will be changing though once we get into your Saturday and Sunday when we get more of those rain and storms moving on through. Overall setup right now, high pressure situated off to our north. That's going to be the dominant force of our weather today. Here's that cloud cover kind of easing its way on in here from the north. That's what we're going to be dealing with today. No rainfall today or really tomorrow. It's not until the weekend before we start to see that. So even though we have increasing clouds later on today in your afternoon forecast, we're nice and dry. Let's take a look at those forecast highs for today across the area. 54 in Chapel Hill, 55 in Linville, 56 in Pulaski, and here in Lawrenceburg, 55 in Hohenwald. Across the state line, getting really close to 60 degrees. I think everybody generally just hits the upper 50s today. 58 for Huntsville, Cortland, and the Shoals. 57 over there in Rogersville, and 57 down there in Eva. Going into your evening forecast, we maintain the clouds kind of moving on through with time. Temperatures dropping down to the lower middle 40s by the time 10 p.m. rolls around. Eventually down towards around 40 degrees overnight tonight. Now going into the next handful of days, we will just maintain that kind of upper 50 and lower 60 range across the area. But behind the system, believe it or not, that we have going over the weekend, we actually warm up quite nicely behind that. We're going to be getting up into the lower 70s again by the time we hit your Wednesday, so just give it some more time and we'll start to see some of that spring-like weather return. Weekend forecast, Valentine's Day on Saturday. I mentioned there's a little bit of some changes for your Saturday. Still a 50-50 shot at some showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two, but it looks like the bulk of this stuff is going to end up being into your Sunday as opposed to your Saturday right now. So higher rain chances are expected for your Sunday with temperatures getting up towards that 60-degree mark really on both days. Let's talk about with the future cast here for this afternoon. Just that cloud cover moving on through from the north. That's it. That's all we'll be dealing with for today. Looking at a lot of sunshine for your Friday. So if you do want to move any of those Valentine's plans to tomorrow evening, it's probably the better evening to do it. That way you're not dodging any of those raindrops. So here we go on Valentine's Day afternoon, 1 p.m. I should say. Seeing a bit of that shower activity moving on through. That continues into your afternoon and evening hours, but notice it's pretty spotty, scattered at best. All the kind of more widespread stuff is off to our west still at this time. So there's not going to be a complete washout involved as it looks like right now for your Valentine's evening. Going into the overnight hours into your early Sunday morning, we'll start to see more showers develop and move through for your Sunday morning. So if you're going off to your church services, need the umbrella and rain gear handy. And then we're just looking at a soaking rain for a good chunk of the area as we go throughout the day. Not necessarily spotty showers. It's just a widespread area of just light to moderate rainfall expected across the region going into your Sunday. And then there might be a few storms involved going into your Sunday evening. We'll keep a close eye on any of the storm activity. Right now, it's not looking like anything's going to be overly significant or severe, but I wouldn't be shocked if there's a strong storm or two in the mix with maybe some gusty winds at best, but I don't think we're dealing with anything that's overly significant weather-wise for your Sunday. Now, going into your Monday morning, early Monday morning, 3 a.m., all that stuff's out of here. We're just dealing with lingering cloud cover for your Monday, but we're nice and dry. Forecast lows for tonight dropping down to the upper 30s to around 40 degrees with a few of those clouds moving on through, and then going into the day tomorrow, roughly the same temperatures like today, upper 50s to around 60 degrees with a good amount of sunshine for your Friday. So that's a good way to round out the week. And then we can look forward to a great way to start the week, which is more spring-like weather. Look at this, mostly sunny skies Monday, Tuesday, partly cloudy skies Wednesday. This is peak golfing weather. If you're a golf fan like me, you're going to be taking full advantage of this weather early next week, because stuff like this in February, it doesn't come around too often. So take advantage if you get the opportunity to. But of course, we have to get through the weekend, and that's going to be a big soaker moving through for parts of the area. So again, I stress, if you have any of those Valentine's plans Saturday evening, you're probably okay. The bulk of the stuff's going to end up being Sunday, but of course, of least regret, I would say Friday evening is going to be your best bet, because that looks pretty dry right now. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. and he will have another full check on your forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Thursday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.